Raise your hand if you've ever bought a piece of furniture or decor and you got it home and you thought, what was I thinking? Well, today I've got a quick style quiz for you. And the other reason besides it's fun to take a quiz is it's a good idea to know your style before you start shopping for whatever space you're trying to decorate, because it can stop you from making these mistakes. And you don't have to have everything matchy-matchy in that style, but it does help you to eliminate some mistakes when you kind of have an eye on the finished look that you want. So see which one of these styles appeals to you. This is an exercise that I like people that I work with to go through so we can kind of know the target that we're aiming for. So let's get started. Okay, first let's start with a popular one, coastal. And if you think coastal, you think Serena and Lily. That's another way to do it, is to look at a retailer to see, ooh, okay, my style must be coastal because I really love Serena and Lily. Number two is cottage core. And if you like this, you probably like a lot of antiques and vintage stuff. Number three, let's go the complete opposite end of the spectrum, and industrial. If I was going to think of a retailer, I might think more like CB2. Here's a classic, traditional. So this might be something, if you really love Ballard, this is a retailer that has a lot of really traditional pieces. Next, close to traditional is transitional. There's a lot of different retailers you can go to for transitional, because by definition, transitional is a combination of traditional and modern. So you might take a little bit of stuff from Ballard and a little bit of stuff from Restoration Hardware. That's an example. This is a fun one, Japandi. So this is more of a minimalist style, and it's similar to kind of a Scandi style, but it infuses a lot of Japanese elements. This is one that's also really popular right now, which is sort of in response to a minimalist, Japandi, maximalist. So this is when you like a lot of color, a lot of art. You like your space to just feel really packed. How about Bohemian? So this is a Bohemian space, and if I was going to pick a retailer that goes with that, I would say Anthropologie. Next is dark academia, and if I was going to pick a retailer that went with this, I would say Ralph Lauren. And last is organic modern, and this is kind of an update to the farmhouse style. It's a little bit more modern and not quite as rustic as farmhouse, but it's organic modern. One thing I want you to notice when you're looking at any images, trying to figure out what your style is if you see yourself drawn to the same images, just be sure that what you're drawn to in the image is the furnishings and the artwork and the textures and the fabrics, and not the architecture. Because one thing that we can all fall for is we see a lot of images that have these really amazing windows and these really big fireplaces, but our house is never going to look like that because our home doesn't have, or our apartment doesn't have, those architectural features. So make sure what you like about the space is what's in it and not the actual space itself. So now that you have some idea what your style is, it's time to work on a mood board to help you with a room that you're working on. I've got another video that talks about how to pull together a mood board, which can actually save you money if you're working on decorating a room, because you don't end up making those mistakes where you buy something and you get home and you think, ooh, what was I thinking? So check out that.